Good afternoon. My name is Julie Wright, and I'm the General Manager of the Waterloo Global Science Initiative. I'm joined by Theo Blackbird John, who's a member of the Walpole Island First Nation here in southwestern Ontario. Together, we'd like to welcome you to the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics.
Ani Buju, Misquena Mandijna Kaz, Ochichak Dodom, Bekejranong and Dunjaba. My name is Theodore Blackbird John. I'm from Walpole Island, and I would like to welcome all of you to the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. The Perimeter Institute is situated on the Haldimand Tract. This land has been promised to the Six Nations. That includes 6 miles on each side of the Grand River. Chimigwech.
We'd also like to welcome our community and government representatives, and a warm welcome to Catherine Fife, our MPP for Kitchener-Waterloo, who's joined us today. Welcome to all. Waterloo Global Science Initiative is a joint venture of Perimeter Institute and the University of Waterloo. Today's presentation marks the launch of the OpenAccess Energy Summit, the 3rd summit in our series, which brings together a multidisciplinary, multinational, and multi-generational group and challenges them to develop actionable solutions to a complex global problem. This summit focuses on the 1.1 billion people globally who live without adequate access to electricity. The experts and young leaders who are joining us over the next week hail from 24 countries and 4 First Nations communities in Canada. You can learn more about our summit contributors and our past events at WGSI.org. To begin, we will hear brief opening comments from Feridun Hamdalaper, who's Vice Chair of Waterloo Global Science Initiative and President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Waterloo, and Lisa DeWild, CEO of TVO, Summit's presenting media partner. We'll then be joined by Summit Curator Michael Brooks and panelists Jatine Nathwani, the Summit's Chief Scientific Advisor and Executive Director of the Waterloo Institute for Sustainable Energy at the University of Waterloo, Rachel McManus, who's the Executive Director of EarthSpark International, and Theo Blackbird John, who you've just met. He's a facilitator at Trek Education. And then we'll hear from Dan Kamen, class of 1935, Distinguished Professor of Energy at the University of California, Berkeley. Please welcome Vice Chair of WGSI, Dr. Feridun Hamdalaper.
Thanks, Julie. I just got so excited that I got up too early. I'm glad to be here. Regional chiefs, honorable ministers, colleagues, participants, guests, and I believe we have some students. Delighted to welcome you here this afternoon. On behalf of the leadership team of Waterloo Global Science Initiative, the University of Waterloo, and the Perimeter Institute, welcome to Equinox, and welcome to the region of Waterloo. Some of us here will remember the day when humankind has landed on the moon. Some of us may not remember that because you were not probably born then. We also put rovers on Mars. A team of researchers, including members from the University of Waterloo Institute for Quantum Computing, have achieved quantum teleportation, teleporting quantum information between the Canary Islands of La Palma and Tenerife. Humanity's technological advancement has been rapid, and it has been thrilling, but its benefits have not been shared by all. As Julie said, about 1.1 billion persons around the world have no reliable access to energy. There's a growing awareness here in Canada and many places around the world that scientific, economic, and technological progress is spreading unevenly, sometimes even causing inequity. We are here over the next days to envision and help make real a more equitable global society where the building blocks of successful communities and families are firmly in place everywhere. In many ways, this starts with energy to power our homes, our communities, and our economy. It is infrastructure for our lives. Our ambition for this summit is not only humanitarian, however. It is also a challenge that we thrive on. It's a challenge that I believe this group of scholars and practitioners convened here in Waterloo are uniquely positioned to start tackling. That's because we summit participants possess two key characteristics. One of them is interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity. In developing actionable solutions for global equitable access to energy, we're drawing on the full range of academic disciplines. We draw also on site from First Nations experiences, from business, from the development community, and beyond. The challenge of equitable energy access is so massive and yet so very intricate, riddled with scientific, economic, ecological, and sociological complexity that we can address it only together. That's why we are here. Our second characteristic as a team is engagement. We summit participants are an engaged group. We seek to not merely understand, but to provide ourselves and the sectors we represent with concrete proposals. Actual steps to start eliminating the lives of the 1.1 billion people around the world who remain energy insecure. We will not solve this enormous challenge over the next 4 days, of course. But if we succeed in identifying actionable policy options, we can make a start. As president of the University of Waterloo, I'm thrilled to co-host this forum because interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity and engagement also define who we are at Waterloo. Through interdisciplinary research, as with the Waterloo Institute for Sustainable Energy, we are helping to define what a 21st century university education needs to look like. And as a highly engaged university, we depend on outstanding partnerships to leverage our strengths and extend our reach. We have such a partnership with the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics. The Perimeter Institute rails against the boundaries of human knowledge and asks fundamental scientific questions with elegance and depth. Perimeter scholars and staff members enrich all of us as partners, colleagues, and allies in addressing critical global challenges. Neil Turk and I and our teams are delighted to welcome you to the OpenAccess Energy Summit. Let's have a terrific dialogue and enjoy our time together. And let's bring the world a little bit closer to true energy access and security. Again, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, Feridun. And please welcome Lisa DeWild, CEO of TVO, our presenting media sponsor.
Thank you, Julie, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm really pleased to be here in Waterloo today. For those of you who may not be familiar with our organization, TVO is all about learning. We believe that learning has the power to change the world, and everything we do at TVO is built around that conviction. On a variety of platforms, we provide learning opportunities to Ontarians with innovative educational products, in-depth current affairs, groundbreaking documentaries, and award-winning TVO Kids content that goes both inside and outside the classroom. We are very proud to be the presenting media partner for the Waterloo Global Science Initiative OpenAccess Energy Summit. For TVO, it's especially inspiring to work with like-minded partners such as WGSI, who share our commitment to bringing the complex issues around energy to everybody and to therefore building an informed citizenry. I'd like to say a special thank you to the Perimeter Institute and the University of Waterloo for the really important work that you're doing to promote scientific literacy. It's something that we all care about. An informed public is a fundamental building block for an effective democratic society. At TVO, we're committed to helping citizens understand the complex environmental, economic, political forces that shape our world, and we use high-quality journalism to do this. For a decade, our flagship current affairs program, The Agenda with Steve Paikin, has been helping to strengthen civil society in Ontario with high-quality, in-depth journalism through an Ontario lens. The agenda unpacks complex topics that are underserved in the media landscape, and we bring the big issues of the day and make them relevant and accessible to citizens of Ontario. Looking ahead, we're building a digital public space for in-depth current affairs, what I think of as a virtual public meeting place where citizens can become informed and engage in meaningful conversation about the complex issues shaping our world. So what is TVO's role in this week's Open Access Energy Summit? In 3 on-location programs, the agenda will set out to spark thoughtful debate and smart discussions on how to end energy poverty, exploring the challenges of making electricity available to every community. On tvo.org, Ontarians can then join in the conversations unfolding here at the summit on these critical issues and dig deep into the complexities of energy provision for isolated communities. On multiple platforms, TVO and the Agenda will bring the ideas generated here in Waterloo to audiences across Ontario and around the world, facilitating understanding and dialogue. So I hope that you will check out our content at tvo.org/WGSI. You are all doing such important work here, making complex science accessible and increasing, therefore, scientific literacy. And TVO is really proud to be part of this summit for the 3rd time. I believe Ontario is a stronger place because of the opportunities for learning and for citizen engagement that the WGSI Open Access Energy Summit and TVO provide. I hope you have a satisfying and inspiring week ahead. Thank you.